So welcome back to the adventures of Shiaryu. At the moment alone with no friends around, but we are trying to go exploring the latest release of the Skyrim of the Nodes mod. Hopefully with less crashing this time, but I cannot say for sure. Because I actually reached for the first time not only my limit of 255 mods, but of 54, I don't remember, but mostly the limits of the available memory for the Morrowind game, even with the 4 GB patch in theory, because that's what I've seen in the MWSI log. So what I did is try to change the standard settings that I had for the extended mod, which should be giving some kind of alarm message when you are near to that memory limit, and we will see if that message is actually displaying in time to avoid crashing or things like this. But for now, let's enjoy this beautiful, very beautiful mod with all this crazy graphics. And explore around, because and as you can hear, this mod playing the sound when you go out of the door is working also with these doors added by the mod, because it's working dynamically. And
now here's one who can hold their own.
Nice
How
thing.
are you?
And we could try. We have the Storm MK topic, and actually I think this is one of the topics that should be easier to filter. Because it would make sense, for instance, to filter, to keep it while you are still trying to go there, but after you go to the Strauss MK, I don't know how to correctly pronounce it, but once you got there should be some kind of way to disable, I think, the topic except in that region, and this should be easy to do with that mod, because it's all an interior likes exterior mod, so filtering I think should be simpler than usual. I will try to do this thing next time I try and change something in the mod. Anyway, let's talk about background, for instance. Rumors. At that time we have some local rumors, even on this small farm. And the current question should be, I think, the big city near the port we arrived. Let's try and reach this big city. Oh, we are eating something. I think that's a big city. Oh, we are technically already in the Carter Weston, and I think if I recall correctly, in Skyrim, for instance, this is a small village, and instead it seems that Skyrim Hall of the North modders did a big city, so it's one of the differences. I need some food. I think I have some food somewhere. Not much. Here, no food. Biscuit idea if I can eat this, and I need seriously to buy some food, I think. Let me check one thing. Hey George, Palm muted? I think I've seen the chat, but not on the browser source. Let me check. That's strange. Because I should be able to see it, but for some reason it's not showing. Let me see if I'm able to fix this thing. It's a little loud because every time I start playing again, this Restream chat is always changing something in my settings for some reason. So I have to tweak it more often than I like to do. So really, it is nice when it works, but when it doesn't work for some reason, so for some reason the YouTube source seems to work, but the stream chat not working. I guess I will just keep the YouTube for now. Don't ask. Maybe they change some settings. Okay. Oh well, I will keep both and see what happens. At least the YouTube is displaying something. Not really a line, but it will do for now. Or maybe, oh, maybe I think I have understood. No, no, this, okay. Okay, so we are exploring this beautiful land, and we enter the big city of Kartwastin. Because differently from last time, we should have also some new quests. And a really high Khajiit here. Must be some special Khajiit race, sub-race. Yes, hello, do you know of the one they call Jazavir? Aknir is his cousin and would be most appreciative of your assistance in locating him. So he's asking to find his cousin.
Aknir, a Cathayrot near the north gate of Karthwasan, is looking for his cousin named Jazavir. He says he'll pay me after I find him.
Okay, let's help him finding the cousin. And we don't know really.
I agreed to help
much.
Aknir look for his cousin Jazavir in Karthwasan.
So let's ask something about not really helping, but there's a guard here. And one thing that I think could be really nice to have for the mod is to have some guard helmets with holes for the eyes and set as air instead of as a standard helmet. This way you could see the face, the eyes behind the helmet, and it could be much more realistic. Personally, I like very much when helmets are set that way, because you can see the eyes. And the hard thing to do is just to make the holes, eyes holes in the mesh, but the rest is easy. You just have to set the helmet like an air piece instead of an armor piece, a standard armor piece, covering all the head. And yeah, nice birdie added from my mod, and we have a small bird lamp. Let's ask around about this Khajiit. So I'm asking about Jazavir, the Khajiit. I know him. He lives in the northwestern corner of the city, west of the northern gate, and around the back of the Droopy Mare Tavern. Okay. What's the northwest? So not. Oh, it's a really big city. So northwest, and here we have the map in the wall. I must say that I moved it so it's in the available place of the expanded standard Morrowind map, but there are parts still out of the big world map, so it's working not 100%, but it's better than having it much to the west, I think, mostly because we have also reduced trembling of NPCs, and it's much better this way, because when you have mods very far from the center of the maps, you have this problem in standard Morrowind that NPCs and creatures start trembling because there are rounding errors in mesh positions and things like this, and so this problem is very noticeable. So that's another reason why I think for now it's better to try and move the mods so they are inside the expanded map. Anyway, looking for the north of the city, so let's go back to the local map and try and go north. So here is the gate out, so I think we must go this way. They want to go out of the... Wow, they're nice walls. Big, very big city, big walls. I love it. Well, not animated barrels, because for now we have no issues. Now let's talk with God. And we can talk about the city. The Mages Guild. That's really beautiful. Also the foggy weather. And I'm looking for Mr. Jazavir. The Khajiit believes same information as before, so let's try it. Oh, it's closed. I think I should try and open that, but there's people around, so not very safe. Oh, this seems to be some kind of training place for guards, maybe? Yes, the city barracks, nice, closed, but... And let me check if my mod is replacing this. Ah, no, because they have no standard mesh, maybe? Not standard identifier. I think I can try and add them. No, it's from practice dummy. It should work in here, but it doesn't. For some reason. Let me check. Okay, I will take a note and check why this is not working. Anyway, we cannot go farther this way, so I will just use some fly magic levitation. And it is one of the advantages of using a well-developed character. Test things.
How fare thee, friend?
Hello, lady. And let's talk about the city. Nice. We have some background information about the city, how they call it, more rumors. Well, let's talk about the Khajiit. I know him. He lives west of the Northern Gate, so maybe we can. The house. Can I steal this? An egg? I need food. Can I eat them? Don't think so, but never say never. No, not ingredients. Okay, let's search by name. Egg. There are ingredients, but I don't think they are recognized by the standard necessities of Morrowind script. Yes. They are new objects introduced by the Skyrim mods. Oh, we found already the house we were looking for. Oh, here he is, Mr. Jazzavir. Hello, we have been on a mission for Aknir. Oh, Aknir here in Gadwastin. Please, Brighton, you need to get him to leave. Oh, don't ask me to talk like a Khajiit because my voice is not able.
Giazavir asked me to get rid of Aknir for him. He offers to pay as well.
So it seems that Giazavir is not really happy to have to meet his cousin. Maybe they are not really so...
May you walk on warm sands.
So well together. So I think the player must choose if helping Jezavir or helping the big one. And I think I will try and help the small one. Seems like
you've won me over.
More decent thing, but look at how crowded these houses are. Let's talk with Sanald. Before the war, Katwastin was the greatest city of our northern Tombak, was a Tombak, a beacon of civilization in these wild lands guarding the frontier. Now a barbarian warlord dwells in our Utais palace. We live in dark times. Some years ago, Jarla Jonah the Unsayender marched our warriors into the Druadak Islands, looking for a fight. Burned down near everything in our path, except for empty. So we have a lot of names of places to discover, but I think I like how these things are introduced. There's a lot of lore. Really, this part of the city feels
I must say, I
like
find you most interesting right now. Please go ahead.
the popular poor district. Very nice. The droopy mate. Oh, the classic little tavern. So it seems like a great deal of work in this edition of the mod is not only in the beautiful exterior that we already knew from the previous version, but also we have really great work done for interiors, for the city, and also for the quest and the feeling of the latest rumors, topics, and things like this. So far, I think this mod really...
At your service, Breton.
A naked lady. The mod is screaming, play me already. So don't wait, play it, help people developing it, find glitches, tell them, give them satisfaction. Playing the mod, they are working really hard, making. Keep clear of Reeler Drang house in the outskirts. He's a nasty sort. And we have other rumors. I think so. This is probably the... Ooh. This part is a little more dedicated to farming and animals. Yeah, another Khajiit. And I think this is one of the cases where the weapon added by the cheating mod is really great, because it's both a weapon and a working tool. So we have this Khajiit farmer the walking tool displayed on the shoulders. Yeah. Another one with a big fork. How is it called? This kind.
That's how I like it. Bold and direct. Come, I like you.
Forgive me if I don't take a look at the chat often, but at the moment I'm not able to see it. If I don't tab out of the game. But I think it's better to avoid tabbing out very much, because I'm at the limit of my computer capabilities, I think. Oh god, how nice this windmills. I just think that a rotating windmill is much better, but probably this will be tweaked and the mod is more developed. Anyway, I think we can back our Khajiit. I got lost. Oh, it was not far from this lady, I think. This way, probably. Yes. So we can now choose to help the big Khajiit or the smaller one. Have you located Aknir, deer, cousin Jazavir? Your trade, for instance, is a bard. Background, let's see. Aknir is from the warm sands of Orc's Rest, but I spent many moons learning the ways of the bard at the Zinorists Guild in Sanctuary. So he's a bard in theory. A big bard. Oh, a Katai rat. Okay, so I think I will just help the small Khajiit. You have found Jazavir. We could tell the truth and lead the big one there, but better to help the small one, I think. War or Alizad, Jazavir has already left Karthwasten without his favorite cousin. Aknir must be off to Whiterun.
I told Aknir that Jazavir had moved to Whiterun. Anir thanked me and began readying himself for the long journey to see his cousin.
Okay, so hopefully we did a good deed. Let me check this one. Not changing even. So my mod is not working as expected in exteriors so far. Oh well. More work needed. And we can go back. Our Khajiit friend. Double sound. It was not far from this well. Here it is. Is Aknir gone yet? Thank you for your help. Here's some gold, not much, but it's all I could afford.
Giazavir thanked me for my help in sending Aknir to Whiterun.
And so we did help him, avoiding his causing, and we can ask something new. My causing is a lot to handle, Brighton. Oh yeah. And so we did our first quest for Skyrim Home of the Nodes mod. A very simple quest, but not in there. Yes. Let's take a note, but here is how you can really help modders fixing things like this. You must enable your beta comments and open the click the thing, open the console and type BC and the comment you want to write. If you want to write something longer, you can use a delimiter and write your longer thing. But the gist of it is you can write your notes while playing without going out of the game, and then you will have your text file with all your notes, and automatically all these notes will have the exact identifier of the object with the problem, the coordinates in game, and all information useful for modders to fix the things in an easier way. So this is very important to help modders fix the problem, and there are detailed informations how to enable this feature from the console. If you go to the, for instance, to the Tamil Rebuild site and read the article on how to debug and help fixing the mods, and it's very detailed how to do it. It's just changing one line in your Morrowind.ini file, and you're done. You can use this command, but details are, for instance, in the timer rebuild site. Anyway, I think look for a guild, for instance, or try and can we pub? No. Try.
Arthur Worthen Roth.
Follow the wall. I think just exploring this big city take hours. And I don't remember if I tried to add necessities or more incompatibility, but let me check. We can enter without being detected. Not easy, but I think I will just cheat because I don't want to get a bounty now, but now we take a look at the mill interior. Very nice. Not animated, but really nice interior. And we have a place for the grain. Little advice. Keep clear of regular drown house in the outskirts. Okay, so my trade. Specific place. Oh, the Red Palace is probably the main palace where the Jarl is living. We have a fighters guild, a big tavern called Dancing Saber to the northeast, and a bazaar. And the Types Guild is somewhere hidden. So plenty of things to explore. This, how nice. Look at how nice this thing is. And I must say that also the light is very nice, very cozy.
Stay as long as you like,
grand
friend.
day.
It would be a
Greetings.
privilege to talk with you.
A nice touch with the grain. Really nice interior. a very big cart. To be honest, I'm not quite sure about this crate texture compared to the other crates, but maybe it's just me. And we have a bakery. Maybe I can buy some food here. Compatible with necessities on Morrowind. Hello, Miss Lilina. Let me check. Honey. Oh, this is compatible. I'm mostly sure this is compatible. So, should be able to actually eat something. Oh, so this one should be compatible. If we cook it, let's see. I'm curious. Okay, so let's see. Now we put our necessities of Morrowind food satchel here and try to eat something. Okay, let's try this bread. Honey. Wow, the standard bread is working. And that's the one thing working. Or maybe it's just because we are no more hungry, so let's take all. Anyway, you can buy some necessities of Morrowind food if you just nullify the mod, because the standard bread, you can buy it. Classic Paul Broker. Rivelatiravel. And she's selling a lot of things, also food here. She doesn't know about the Thieves Guild. And from what I can say, the dialogue is very...
I heard a rumor in Karthwassen that one of the missionaries from the Imperial Cult Chapel has been missing for a while.
It's very well developed because you talk with different people and most of them have new things to tell. So, new things to say, and I think it's well developed. So we have a rumor about a missionary missing. Classic. warriors. And so. Commoner, oh, local lore. Oh, the bazaar, let's see it. It's a big place with various stalls. Selling belts, mostly. Yeah. Various things. Shields. And it's very nice. And the lady selling nice dress. It's a nice shirt, but for now let's put on our adventurer suit. Okay, so I think I want to explore more exterior also, but I'm looking for the Jarl Palace. Must be the higher, highest. So let's levitate. One. Yes, the Red Palace upper floor. And also from here we have a view of the city. It's not enormous, but it's surely big. Oh, Nomify worked for this well. Wow, nice palace. I'm a guard. I hear Jarla Yona and so on, the Unsay Ender. Already, everything already head, so let's just throw. Nice. So, compared to what we are used to see in Skyrim holds, it's a very nice place, I think. On par with cities like I don't remember the name, but one of the more rich cities in Skyrim. Bethesda Skyrim. Whiterun, yes. Very. This. Wow. Great. So these are the names of the 3 taverns in city on the one for rich people, the one for poor people in the poor district. Oh yeah. A lot of rooms, I think. Ooh, can go up.
What can I help you with?
And a nice porch. Like this. So, just the red palace here seems something that will take hours to explore. And really, it's great. It's a great update for now. And I think I will just fly around because I want to see more of the exteriors. But just the city is worth exploring. Anyway, one of the things more distinct in this world, I think, is how they used meshes to give this verticality. Oh, but why now the mills are rotating? A mystery? They were not when we visited them a few minutes ago. Mysteries of Morrowind. This is really curious, but are they the same? I opened one door, so one of them should be open. Yes. So for some reason, the mill animation was not working at start. It's working now. Anyway, it's beautiful. So forget what I said. They already did animated mills. Oh, let me check one thing. I'm curious about it, but I'm asking too much, but I want to check if the interior is also animated. It's also animated. This is great. Really, really great. Maybe it's my computer is too stressed to play the animation in time, but they already did it. Right? But now I want to go and visit that dear Rennie towers over there. Hopefully I will not crash before reaching them. And it seems I'm flying very slowly, but it's not really like this, because as you can see, when we are near the terrain level, not really going so slow. Got the goats here. Oh, an orc attacking me.
Run while you can.
And a bandit.
You're a fool to fight me.
Yoo-hoo! Ooh, a secret place. Oh, look at this. Rift. Wow! A magic door. What's this? I don't know. I just discovered something really fancy. It's a sort of teleportation hub. I think it's really easy to get lost here. So let's see. We keep teleporting to the same place. This is some kind of trap. Oh. But look at how the lighting is scenic. I don't really know how to exit from here, but oh, I found the door under the waterfall. But this is really great, really worth exploring. Maybe one of these magic doors will lead to another part of or spatial place. And that block over there. Okay, so the one thing I don't like about this mod so far is one technical thing. Let me see if I can show you. Doing part of the mod just not in a squared way, it means that over there we have a part of the mod that has been developed with some kind of how can I say it, standard terrain region where they did not make exteriors yet. So you can do a couple of things. You can just keep the terrain seams, and if you have a distant land set to very far distance, you risk to see, for instance, trees floating at the other side of the map, which has been developed between the two developed parts and the part which is not yet with a landmass developed. So what I did is try to close these gaps in the terrain, but as you can see, it's something very blocky if you don't change every single mounting to have a better slope and things like this. I did not do something like this because it takes a lot of time, and it's meant to be replaced when those regions will be done by the modders. But the problem is, even if you don't close the gaps in the construction set this way, you will see, for instance, rocks floating and trees floating. So in my opinion, it's better to develop mod parts without areas in between not yet developed, if possible, because this way you avoid having floating things or blocky mountains and things like this. But that's a minor thing, and probably there were other reasons why they have not been able to develop in a more continuous way the mod parts. But that's the one thing so far that, ooh, look at this, the one thing that I feel like criticizing about the exterior, because the rest is absolutely fantastic, and you can see with your eyes. I think it's hard to make comparison because it's a very different kind of exterior, but really I think this mod is really fantastic. These trees could use some better. I don't know if the problem is with tapping or lighting. Anyway, the creature, Minotaur, not aggressive, very strange. Personally, one thing I really hate is when all creatures have the standard werewolf sound, but probably the proper sounds for the creature have not been developed yet. Very dangerous. But the fact is, if you don't give a creature
Lava beyond sea.
Special sounds,
Lava
by default,
beyond sea.
every creature without sound will have
beyond sea.
the werewolf sound. And they are a little too common. Anyway, look at this. I think it's Direni Castle in the Druadak Highlands region. It's really fantastic. And I'm flying very slow because the Minotaur did break my boots of blinding speed. So let's see if I'm able to repay them. A good thing so far is no crashes at all, which is a pleasant surprise. Maybe I had some different kind of problems last time I tried to stream this mod. Probably some missing matches or things like this. Okay, so can now go a little faster, hopefully. Can we enter here? Yes. Oh crap.
Sacre-tu. Lava beyond sea. Lava beyond sea.
A classic dead rot. But also the interiors are really nice. Haha. Classic corpse. I think I will use better cubes. So we have the usual leather beast and a storm Atronach over there.
Proacte.
Oh, we are out. Some kind of interior garden. So all in all, this is a beautiful castle-like with great interiors, different from anything seen or Morrowind so far. It's kind of rainy towers. We have bees, a bee hole. We can get some honey. Fantastic. Cool. Let me check if this thing is working. Yes. So we can enter through this. What's this? Some kind of worm? Spike worm? Did you see it? When I picked the lock disappeared. This is really great. Wow. Just wow. Wow! At the rainy scale, I want to collect this and this. Fantastic. Ooh, a key! And so plenty of new things to collect in this time rainy ruins. I must say that I didn't expect such quality, such things, the interiors. Trap and some rainy coins, a minor Viking, broken Dirani flask. Ooh, a lot of things to collect here. And I want to see if this Dirani thing is actually working. Could it be? Oh, here it is. Minor working. Let's see if it does anything. No, it's just something to collect, probably. A light, maybe. But we have the key, we can open everything now. Got this long corridor. It's something evil. I did the wrong thing. I used my teleportation amulet. Let me check one thing. But as I have to stop in a short time, I think I will just use this this mistake to remedy another mistake that I did last time I played. In the Strasmakai mod, I did stop trying to find one of the NPCs because I didn't find the proper clue to find him. But I realized, checking the mod in the construction set, that it was my mistake because the topic telling where to find the NPCs was already present, but I did skip it. And so I think before stopping the stream, I will try and go back there and see how to find that NPCs to go on with the quest.
Talk is free. What do you want?
And we went there by night, so now you can see better how to find the red guard here that can ship you to Strasmakai.
The perimeter wall around Yuviritha's grave should now be complete.
And so we have a journal notice about constructions in Yuviritha's grave, but nothing related to this mod. Oh, it's a very dark night. And also I changed the oh, look at how nice the windows. I changed the weather settings for the island, so the probability of raining is much less. Should work better. It's a little dark here. Maybe too dark. So I must find the bookshop where the NPCs is giving the quest, and the hint is there. Oh, it's closed for the night, obviously. So let's look for a tavern. jealous. Should be in, not far from here.
Your bidding, knight?
Okay, so
your bidding,
let's see
The pleasure is all mine, Outlander.
if we
Care to barter
can
with me?
wait for the morning. Can we not sleep here? No, only drink.
Your bidding, knight?
You're a lot more refined than most tourists I've met. I like that.
What can I help you with? Should you need something?
If you need a good
I would
laugh
be
or a
happy
tall
to
tale,
oblige.
you've come to the right place.
Oh, let me check if these are replaced but not working correctly. So I think my editing to the bash did not work as expected, but they have been replaced. So at least in the interior
Greetings.
my mod
May
worked,
fortune
but
be with you.
it needs more work to work correctly. One step after the other. I will try and sleep here regardless, because I want to get some sun. But it's strange that this inn with such big
How can I help you, friend?
Should you
big
need
rooms
Now
is
here's
not,
one.
what
who
do
can
I
hold
owe
their
this
own.
pleasure?
How are you?
is not selling a bedroom. Okay, so probably it's not finished yet. They did not add the script and the things to make renting rooms work yet. Anyway, let's look for the bookshopper, because I want to show you that the topic is there. It was just my mistake. Well, let's wait. See? Okay. It's open in the late morning. Anyway. Where is Mr. Brackus Flaus? That is a rare book and so on, and we already seen this, but the real problem is we did not check the other int, I think. That should be talking about where this Atraborn is. And you have to actually click the rare book, because inside this topic there is the hint. Is usually consorting with the guard at the city west watchtower. So my mistake, I did not read with attention the explanation about where this Atraborn is. I was expecting an Atraborn topic, but It's the rare book. So we must find the West Guard Tower. Maybe we already visited that, but not with proper attention, so let's go this way. I think this is the place. Yes, West City Watchtower. No, we did not visit it. Oh, another thing I did is I used a test-free command script to darken automatically the interiors, cells, maybe a little too dark now because I did.
How are you?
I did use the night eye spell now, but I'm looking for Mr. Utterbone and I found him. Gracchus sent you to ask me about the rare book in the Dreamer Ruins. Oh yes. I remember that book quite well. I almost died trying to recover it. A grey steam centurion is guarding the chamber that book is capturing.
I spoke with a Thraborn about the book and he informed me that the part of the ruins holding the book is inaccessible without levitation. He gave me a couple of rising force potions to aid me on my quest.
Okay, so we must now go to the Dreamer Ruins. And we must levitate to go there. I think there's a typo here. Let's take a note. Something like this. Yes. Okay. So we must reach this Dreamer Ruin. We must have levitation potions.
Greetings, friend.
And where would this Dreamer Ruins be? I've seen a Dreamer telescope, observatory, something like this. Here, the port. I'm not sure that's a proper Dreamer Ruin. But I remember I played not a lot of time ago the ESO version of this city, and the ruin was not far from the city. So maybe it's a matter of exploring a little. Anyway, mystery solved. We had the correct hint to find that wood elf, but I did not read it correctly. Okay, so let's look for a Dreamer Ruin. I think maybe to play this mod it would be better to increase the distant land setting for the interiors, because some of the meshes are a little popping a little too much. Maybe increasing the distance at which MGI XI can draw things in interiors would work better with this mod, and I think this is going to an island similar to the ESO version, and which is obviously similar to the original Redguard game, but I did not play the original Redguard yet, so all I know about this city and this island comes from playing it in ESO. But so far it seems things are done in a very similar way, and we see here Dreamer Ruins, where we not sure this statue is Archive fertility statue. Oh, a shrine. Archive. Okay. I think we can start exploring. Oh, and over there we can see the lighthouse. But the Dreamer Ruins are here, I think. We must find a way to go there, but I think we got the hint already. We must be able to fly, so there's no door at towering level. You must fly here or jump here from other places. For instance, I think you could arrive from here, so visit this tower, this house, and then jump until you reach the ruins. Oh, and people, it worked. I'm near my limit, so I'd better save now and exit Morrowind and reload. But this is very nice because actually this MWSI mod worked. Give me advice before crashing Morrowind, so I can save, exit and reload and be able to play hopefully without crashing. But I will stop here now because I'm streaming since a lot of time, but this is a very nice thing to have if you have a super big loading list and you are risking to finish your available Morrowind memory. So just tweak a little the numbers, so you get the advice at the 3.5, 3.6 memory level instead of 3.9 like the default I think is, or something like this, and hopefully you will have the message helping. Anyway, I will stop here because my memory limit is near 3.6 gigabyte, and well, see you next time hopefully.